Hi everyone. I wanted to change gears a little bit from what you were doing yesterday. Save the work from yesterday because we're going to need it next week. But I came across this cool activity and I changed it up a little bit about Greece geography. So you're going to have 3 days to do this today, Thursday, and Friday. Should take roughly about an hour total, so 20 minutes a day. So it starts off on this slide. You kind of go through the slides, goes into definition of geography, shows where Greece is in Europe, gets a closer look at it. And then here's a map of Greece. Hopefully my battery does not die here. I've noticed I have a low battery. Here's a map of Greece. And then on the next slide, starting on slide 6, is where you have to do a little bit of work. So you need to fill out your own map. And of course, this is just to help you memorize where all these locations are because you're going to hear them appear as we're learning about Greece. So go back and forth between the 5 and 6 to fill out your own. I will check these, on Friday, you'll turn them in to make sure you've done it. So that's one part. On slide 7, there's some questions. Now, this is a little bit hard to read because it's so small. If you want to go to the view button up here, zoom in a little bit, zoom into 100%, and then you could go down. You could do that. Also, if I go back to 50%, ooh, that's super small now. This little arrow to the top right, right under the share button, it'll hide the menus and make everything else slightly larger. You can also zoom in using Google a little bit like that, but zoom in the best way you can. There's a little bit to answer here on slide 7. On slide 8, you're going to fill out the map again, only now you're going to click and drag where those locations appear. So they're all down here. You're going to take one, you're going to grab, so you see the 4 arrows. Once you have the 4 arrows, that means you could drag it, and you're going to drag it to where it belongs, just like that. Slide 9 is where things get a little bit different. So step 1 says go to My Maps. You're going to click this link. If it doesn't open, that'll appear. Then you click that. And it's going to have a map of the ancient civilizations that we have been learning about. There's India, there's the Fertile Crescent, Mesopotamia, there's Egypt. We're actually not doing China this year. If you go to the right, there's a blue area here, and that's ancient Greece. So you're going to click ancient Greece. The first thing, you're going to read that description. Once you click the blue area, there's a description to the left, right over here. You're going to read that information. And after reading that information, it says go to the next slide. So you're going to write a short paragraph to summarize that information. The question is, in what ways did geography shape the lives of ancient Greeks? But also it says to use the word bank to try to use those 6 words in your paragraph, okay? Please make it a complete paragraph. So that description, again, to get to it, just click on the large blue area of ancient Greece. If you want to zoom in, you can. And there's a description right there on the left. The last part of what you have to do is these are 4 locations on the map. There's coordinates. Don't worry so much about the coordinates, but it says number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. You're going to go to ancient Greece. You click off to get out of the description. Over here, you'll see ancient Greece on the left. Number 1 right there, it says zoom out its border. So I hit number 1. It's telling me, it's pretty zoomed out already. And then I need to write what do I notice about the area, okay? So you're only doing the first 4. To go back, there's a back button in the top left. You're only doing the first 4. If I do number 2, that's Mount Olympus. I could zoom in the bottom left corner. There's a zoom button, okay? And then you're going to go back to your slides and write your description of Mount Olympus there. Make sure you read the directions in the slides. If you want to make it larger in a present mode, you absolutely can. I'll hit that arrow back down. If you need to do that to read it, please make it larger to read as you need to. And then, so that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's some extra images here maps, kind of see the area, take a look at those. Then finally, there is going to be a quiz link here. I'm just going to assign the quiz on Monday. It'll be open. You could use this presentation for it on the geography and the locations of things. So if you're stuck on anything, feel free to ask me a question or come back and watch this direction video again. You have 3 days to do this. I think that's enough time. Once you get into Google Maps, this might be a little bit tricky. Again, you click the link, open it, and then you see some of the civilizations we've been learning about. You're going to go over the blue area is ancient Greece, the smallest shaded part. And again, click on the large blue area. It'll bring up the description. Go back, and then you see the number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 for those 4 parts. All right. Have fun, play around with the maps. Really take a look at the geography of ancient Greece. If you want to check out any of the past civilizations we've learned about, Mesopotamia, Egypt, India, you're more than welcome to check those out as well. And we'll be getting to the Roman Empire eventually. So come back to the directions and again, ask me any questions you have. Thank you.